Okay, the second piece, experience and advice. The ease of process isn't a barrier, it's table stakes. So the ease of the process is often seen as a barrier to selling life insurance, but quite frankly, people who have never bought it don't even know about that. So their expectation is that the bar is going to be very high and the experience is going to be good. So here's a future prediction. This is 92% likely to happen in the next 5 years, is that most US consumers will buy life insurance using third-party online platforms, allowing quick filtering and single-click purchase. All right, so here's a quote that's kind of representative in saying, but there's like this pull to wanting the human and the sort of technology approach. Maybe AI with a follow-up phone call. So there's some interesting things going on already in the industry to try to deal with this. So a single-click purchase, we might have said 3 years ago, that's impossible, but it's not. There are a number of companies, you probably are aware of most of these on the screen here, that are getting darn close to that if they're not already there already in some situations, and getting to single click. However, what about this other side of it? What about this desire to talk with human beings? I mean, you see Amazon doing this now, where they're actually selling human services on top of some of the other things that they sell. I just found out about this company, sales folks. It's not even a company yet. This is in seed round funding right now with VC. The founders are on a mission to connect people who have complex desires to buy, the desire to buy something complex, like a dream vacation or whatever, with competent salespeople that know what they're doing and can answer questions, and to put more trust and integrity back into selling. So you might want to check this out. It's actually gone into Kickstarter mode like just this last weekend, and they're raising money for their seed round. But for people in this industry, we may be able to leverage technology like this to help our live human beings interact with people who are looking for advice. Now that we've got that kind of technology behind us, where can we then become more human? This is where the field leader superpower comes in. And what's your superpower? Finding good people and making them even better than they believe they can be. Would you agree with that, hopefully? Good. Yes. Yes. Thank you. I'll take applause. We could use a break. But when we think about making them better than they can be, not just in the realm of how much numbers they're putting on the board, that's all good, you know, achievement. But what about it being better humans? So there's a lot of professional development opportunity space inside of being the human. Storytelling, which I mentioned before, is one of the critical skills in design thinking, is about authentically telling a story and making sure it's the right one. So an interesting finding that we had in this research, again, is about what do people respond the best to in terms of a definition of what life insurance actually does. Not necessarily the reason why they buy it. That's a little different. What's the right explanation and messaging around what it is and what it does? And what was really blew me away is that of the 7 or 8 different definitions we gave them, there was one that rose to the top that more than half of the people said that that was the most attractive one. And that was about customizable amount of money to be used to focus on an emotional recovery versus a financial one. But customizable was the most important part of that. So Scott also mentioned before about advice getting generic. This is right in that same zone. People need to feel individual and that they have their own needs being tailored and met. Everyone's a special snowflake, and we need to treat them that way. Now, the leaving behind the message of love, which you see here at 10%, is pretty much the industry's go-to position on messaging. Not that it's wrong, it's just not as powerful as what people really feel is valuable inside of that. And because of customization as a message, we need to walk the talk, and we actually need to do it. We need to be more customized. Technology will make that happen, potentially, and then the humans will do the rest.